See, in English, if you understand the tenses, there are 4 methods of asking a question. Why I'm talking of all this is there is no other method the question will be asked to you. So be dead sure, be particular about it. Any pattern, if this comes ma'am, if that comes ma'am, no need to worry. I am making it sure to you 100% your question will be right. Your answer chosen would be right. The first method, there is a multiple choice. You have to choose from that multiple choice. The second is an error detection pattern. There is an error. You have to mark that error and see which is error in the sentence. And the third you have to keep in mind is there are 4 sentences given, choose the correct sentence. And the fourth method, sentence improvement, there's an answer already given in the answer choice and you have to see is this answer right or it needs a change. And as we discussed the tip, it is not compulsory, it always needs a change. There are just sometimes words just to confuse you, right? So these 4 pattern of the questions and the 12 tenses, you are moving on in this video very confidently, and there is nothing, no kind of a confusion you carry in your mind, because it will deter you from your path, and law aspirants do not have so. Let's move to our first tense, simple present tense, which is also called present indefinite tense. That's the other name for it. It is made by 4 ways. Look at this. I have divided in the form of a table to make it easy for you. This tabular form you won't find anywhere, right? And the plural, there are 5 methods I have talked of in this. I am making a sentence for each of them so that you understand it thoroughly and you do not face any problem. For example, first one, see the first point I'm taking up, he studies English every day. He studies English every day, verb plus S or ES. He is asked a question. He is asked a question by the teacher, passive voice. But what is the tense? Simple present tense. Or it could be is plus no verb. He is intelligent. I have not used any verb, simple present tense. Now has is used in the case of possession. He has a pen. He has a pen. No verb. See, if it's an action, he has done the work, it will be in the sense of perfect. He has a pen. And the fourth point, he does have a pen. He does have a pen. He does not have a pen. Positive or negative, both can be made. Or no verb case, he does his homework. Right? I hope the singular forms are clear to you. Moving to the plural forms. Verb first form. We study English. We have taken simple sentence, we study English. Or we are asked to solve the question. We are asked. Which tense? Are plus verb, third form. Or we are cogent. We are cerebral. So again are plus adjective, so there is no verb, there is no action. Have is again used for possession. We have a pen to write with. We have a pen to write with. They do study English or they do not study English, positive or negative. Do plus verb first form or do plus no verb. They do it. Right? Then am plus verb third form is very important case. Most of the people miss this case. Like, I am taught English by Sonia ma'am. I am taught English by Sonia ma'am. So when I make the sentence for you, that is am plus verb third form. And if the second sentence, I am there to help you. What case is this? No verb. I am not using any verb in this. I am taught English by Sonia ma'am, or I am there to help you. Right? Moving to the second tense, that is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is an indication of an action just completed. He has done the work, or they have done the work. There's another usage I want to discuss with you, which you find in the modern scenario. That is, this question can also be written without verb third form, that is had. For example, I have taken my lunch. Or I could make it, I have had my lunch. See, both the sentences, same usage. I have taken my lunch, I have had my lunch. Both the sentences in present perfect. I can make it in passive voice. Lunch has been taken by me. Right? So we move on confidently with which tense? Third tense. Present continuous is is MR plus verb ing. I want to discuss something funny with you right now. Present continuous is the favorite tense of Indians. See, I'm a patriot. I am not making fun of India. India is my motherland. When we say we are very fond of using tense, I am included in this. I'm talking of one of the favorite poems of Nizam Ezekiel. He talks of those Indians who always use which tense? Present continuous tense. I am reading, he's eating, they are talking, I'm brushing my teeth. See, we don't use it very often. It's the minimum usage of the tense. Why? Because it indicates the action going on at that time. I am preparing a session for you right now. You are pursuing law. At present, they are solving English questions. At that time, the action is taking place. So, which tense? Present continuous. Otherwise, this tense is not used. Present perfect. Present perfect continuous is used with for instance. Before I do discuss and give example to explain this, for is used for period of time. What is period of time? Period means beginning of the action and ending of the action. You know, when I say for 2 days, for 2 months, for 2 years, for a week. But when I say since last week, since 1947, since July, since morning, so I'm using what? Point of time. What is the difference? Period of time for means the starting and ending of the action. Since point of time, it just tells you the starting of the action, but has nothing to do to tell you about the ending of the action. So we make an example. He has been studying English for 2 years. He has been studying English for 2 years. Or he has been studying English since morning. Both the tenses, which tense? Present perfect continuous. Now we have done the 4 tenses related to present. The 4 present tense models are will, shall, can and may. Right? Now turning to our 5th tense. Simple past tense. Simple past tense is made by 5 methods. See these 5 methods, jot them down. If you find any confusion in this section, 2 tenses you have to remember, right? Memorize them, remember them, 100% question will be there. Simple present and simple past. Now, first method, verb second form, that is V2. That is, he studied English yesterday. He did not study. He did go out. Now when I use it with no verb, he did his homework. No verb. Possession, had. He had a pen. He had a sharp mind. He was. Now this is passive voice. I'll make an active sentence to explain this passive voice, right? So when I say he did the questions, the question was done by him. He did the question was done by him. You can see the passive voice usage. Or he was intelligent. He was studious. He was sincere last year. So I have 2 choices. Please do not use verb ing in simple past tense. He was studying English is not simple past tense. Right? Verb ing, minimum usage in the rules and the questions. They were asked a question. They did the questions, so questions were done by them. Or they were lazy last year, now that means simply now they have become very much sincere and hardworking, right? Turning to next tense, past perfect. Past perfect means indication of the action completed long back in the past. He had done the work. This is passive voice. Work had been done by him, means you can have it had plus P3. You can have it had, or you can have it had been, third form. I make examples. I had taken my lunch. First example. I had my lunch. Third example. Lunch had been taken by me. First tense is optional. It's not a compulsion with past perfect. Next tense, right? We have 2 more tenses for past continuous and past perfect continuous for past tense. Past continuous was plus verb ing, right? They were studying English, he was writing, they were making a painting. Now passive voice, same sentence. Painting was being made by them. Questions were being done by the students correctly. I can make it in active voice, I can make it in passive voice. You have to keep in mind the tense used along with it, right? Any confusion, any doubt, please inbox me and write down what you've not understood. Make sentences. Students usually come, I'm not able to do the questions, I'm not able to speak English, I'm not able to. How much time you devote to the language? You have to give something to get something. Please don't give up. Make sentences, make examples, make tenses, see what problems are, and I'm there, always there to help you out in all your problems. Past perfect continuous, had been plus verb ing and for since is a compulsion, right? He had been studying English for 2 hours. He had been studying English for 2 hours. Now when I use it with since, he had been studying English since morning, right? I've talked of 4 tenses related to present tense, and I've talked of 4 tenses related to past tense, and now I'm turning to future tense. Simple future. Simple future, will and shall plus verb first form. Shall is usually used with I or we, right? There's no demarcation line. You cannot have a demarcation line for shall, and with will you can use any of it. But you've heard of the famous song Hum Honge Kamyab? We shall overcome all these problems related to corona one day, right? With an optimistic sentence we have made. He will study English. We shall overcome all our problems. Or a passive voice usage, questions will be done by the students. Like if the sentence I made, lawyers will fight the case in the court. So cases will be fought by the lawyers. I'm doing this active passive simultaneous. Students are not stuck. Simple future you said ma'am was will shall plus V1. Now you are saying will shall be plus V3. It's one and the same thing. It's just an active turned into a passive voice. Future perfect we use by will shall have plus verb third form. Means questions, if we have a passive voice, we'll have questions. He will have done the work. Work will have been done by him, right? You can try for anything. We shall have studied English by tomorrow, right? You will have solved all the questions related to verbs by 5 p.m. today. Okay. Okay. Moving to our last tenses. Future continuous. Will shall plus be plus verb ing. They will be studying English. We shall be preparing notes. We shall be finding ways to do things, right? And the last tense, future perfect continuous, will oblique shall plus have been verb ing with for instance, they will have been studying English for 2 hours. Or we shall have been preparing the notes since morning, right? I hope all the 12 tenses are thoroughly done with the students, because I'm coming up with the quiz. Very important, and I've told you that I would tell you the lightning speed of doing the questions. These methods, these tricks are very important. They are a panacea to do the paper. And when you have this panacea, everything becomes crystal clear. You don't have any doubts and you understand things. I would refer you all those questions I would discuss which have come up in the CLAT paper 8 to 18. And not only that, the recent paper, in fact the paper CLAT has offered the second sample paper. I'm going to refer to that also, questions from that which will be really interesting for you to solve. Okay, so we begin with our quiz. CLAT sample paper 2 had this question. I've even mentioned because students must be looking for, where is this question, ma'am? You said that question has come. Where is that? Now this is passage 3, question 5 in the sample paper 2 of CLAT. You have this question. Choose the correct set of missing words. I am not reading the question. I'm scanning through the choices. I told you, I'm going to tell you the trick. A student of mine will not be worried in this kind of a juncture. At this situation, you would just read the choices. Like, read the choices. What am I supposed to do? Eliminate the wrong choices. Give and doesn't. Dono present tense hai, right? It can be the answer. Keep a standby answer. Gave and will not. Won't means will not. So gave and won't. Gave is past tense and won't is will not means present tense. Can't be the answer. It takes time to explain, but doing the question at that time, 30 seconds. 30 seconds only. Give and hadn't. Give is which tense? Present. Hadn't is which tense? Past. Can be used together. Consistency of verbs. Don't forget. Yes. So give and hadn't can't be. You can't use with they. Usage in the sense of slum dwellers in the singular form. So we are bound to cross which answer choice? A. And I move to which answer choice? That is D. I read the correct sentence. You can check it with passage 3, question 5 from the CLAT sample paper 2, the most recent paper that we has been there with us. They gave those slum dwellers who didn't fry rats and eat weeds. The other questions also I will do in the same format, just to give an idea to you to how to do the questions even without reading the choices and to come up with the right answer. See, move on confidently, slowly, understand the method, the tricks I'm applying, and solve the questions. This time tomorrow means I'm talking of today or tomorrow. So this time tomorrow I dash on the beach. Lay, laid, will be lying, am lying. When I'm talking of tomorrow, I can't use past tense. Lay is past tense. Late is again past tense. Am lying if the action is taking place at present. No. So it will be lying. I will be lying on the beach tomorrow. Third question. Which tense? Past tense. Which tense? Past tense. Suppose first, for a moment, I change it to present. She says. The answer would be present. She said. Answer would be loud. Past. So she said. When I'm using this, she said, I have to take the answer past tense. What is will? Please don't at this stage say that what is it? Future. It is not future. It is present form of model. Shall is present tense of model. So which said, which answer goes? Would. See, these are simple little tricks to be kept in mind. It's important. This right now I have not talked of any rules. I will tell you the tricks also of the rules. I will tell you all those tricks. Right now, without reading the question, just present past mark करने का ट्रिक बता रही हूँ एग्जाम में, ताकि 1 सेकंड में आप आंसर निकाल सकें. अब रूल्स आते होंगे तो you have a feather in your cap. You would feel such a lot of difference. You'll be able to make the answers thoroughly, correctly, properly. No problems you would face. Next, I try if it would be, what would be the answer? Present. This is what I tried. A little of the soup to see how it tastes. What is taste? Present tense. What is tastes? The simple present tense. Means what is the difference? Taste is used with, that is plural form, they taste the soup. And tastes, he tastes the soup. Both are present with tried. With this word, I can't use these two. So if I use is tasting present continuous, while doing present continuous, I did tell you action taking place at that time. So it's not taking place at that time. So how it tasted. I have talked of which tense? Past tense. My answer has to be a past tense only. Right? We move on to our last question. Okay, I want you to speak now. Action speaks louder than words. You must be wondering, how would we speak? How would my voice reach, ma'am? I can't dance because I dash my leg. I can't dance. Have broken, broke, had broken, none of these. I have a choice of this in the examination. I have to move the choice and I have to do the question. You have been told the simple trick. I repeated twice and I'm asking you to keep this in mind thoroughly. That is of the modals. Modals and verbs go hand in hand. They move in togetherness. They are auxiliaries and the main verb. They can't be changed, but they are interrelated. Right? So when we use can't, is it present or past years? Present or past years? So it is present. Right? So have broken which tense? Every time you have to speak there. This present or past at least? Present. Broke is which tense? Past. Had broken which tense? Past. I clarify. Have broken is present perfect. Broke is simple past. Had broken is past perfect. When I have a present tense model, I cannot use broke, cross, cross, cross. I cannot use had broken, cross. And I will move to have broken, right? So I can't dance because I have broken my leg is the right answer. You've seen all the 5 questions I did. This was based on again the tense, but this had 2 choices. See, CLAT tested you with 2 choices. In this give and doesn't both match, gave and didn't both match. Only one trick that I told you about the consistency of the tense has been kept in mind. Now in this, the consistency was present and past only. So give only was the, if it would be in he gives those slum dwellers, he gives those is also plural. So if the sentence needs give and doesn't, it would be he gives those, he gives his friend who doesn't fry, means singular form, right? The second was also again in the form of a future. The third one was also in the past form, and the fourth again on the basis of tried word. I've just asked you would underline the word. You will do that scanning of the questions with your natural scanner, and then you will be getting the answer right. And the 5th question on present tense model, and you came with the right answer. I have not told you the rules. Mark it. I will tell you the rules. It's not that I will not. It is just I'm telling you simple tricks without the rules solving the verbs questions. In the next video, I'm going to come up with all those rules which are related to verbs. You will feel so friendly with verbs, such a rapport and such a good chemistry you will develop with verbs that you will feel that tenses belong to you. All the questions are easily conquerable by the hardworking, stalwart law aspirants. Yes, and I know you'll be ready with all the things. Come up with all your doubts. I'll be eagerly waiting to solve your questions. And for today, thank you.